Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Today, I am here with a dream, okay? So, y'all, in this dream, I am headed somewhere with some family members that I don't really go very many places with them. I don't see them that often. Um, Even though they live here and whatever, but we not whatever. But anywho, I don't see them that much. And as adults, sometimes everybody got their own lives and I don't really. But whatever, I don't really see them that much. While we are in the car, we are talking about train rides and bus rides, okay? In the dream, I did not have a knowing where we were going. And it's like me watching the scenario, I didn't know where we were going. And the me in the dream kind of had an idea. However, I know that as I am riding with them in this car, I was supposed to be doing something else. And as we are riding in the car, we end up passing by it's like an event center or a warehouse. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's like supposed to be like a theater or something. Like it's supposed to be a place where like it's like a place where people will go to speak or people will go to perform or something like that. And I'm just basically passing by this place and I'm like noticing some people that I know as friends or associates, okay? And one of them friends, the other one is here, neither here nor there. Moving on. I watched them walking in and I noticed that they both have dyed their hair like a orange color, which y'all already know. Well, for some of y'all know that underneath here my hair is actually a orangish brown. I mean oranges, yeah, blondish, brownish color and then red. But anywho, they got their hair like similar to my hair color, but it's like they have their hair textures though, because one of them has like small coils and the other one has loose coils in their hair. And as we riding, they was like trying to tell me that I needed to go to this specific a specific kind of church. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But I have a church that I have to, I have to tend to. I have people that I have to tend to. And it's like they were kind of arguing with me. And it was like they were saying this in a I'm not asking you type of vibe. Like this is not something I'm asking you. I am requiring you to do this. And so I end up going with them. After I was going with them, I end up walking with my friends, okay, down the street. And it's one of them. The other one, I don't know where she went. But I'm walking with her and I'm just like, I had my locks, okay? I'm just messing with my locks and baby, like a piece of my hair just comes out. And I'm like, what's going on? Okay. And as that happens, she falls, okay? That's the dream, y'all. Oh, my flashlight came on. Okay. Anywho, that's the dream, y'all. The scripture comes from Ezekiel 3:16. At the end of 7 days, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the people of Israel. So hear the word I speak and give them warning from me. When I say to a wicked person, you will surely die, and you do not warn them or speak out to dissuade them from their evil ways in order to save their life, that wicked person will die for their sin, and I will hold you accountable for their blood. But if you do warn the wicked person and they do not turn from their wickedness or from their evil ways, they will die for their sin, but you will have saved yourself. So here's the message. Okay, just like I said, okay, it makes sense now. In this dream, um, the two women that I saw, like, I knew of them. I knew them. Not I didn't know. I knew them. Okay. One of them, we were friends. And the other one, we were kinda. Okay. It's like we started out friends. She betrayed me. And then we fell out. Okay. But anyways, this is both from years ago. I'm really not even worried about it, like none of that now. The other friend, we just kind of grew up. Okay. But anyways, here's the message. Okay. Here's the message. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So the reason that I felt at like this need, I felt this drawing to go and to my do my duties is because of this here. As someone that is sent to give messages to people, it's like it's my duty to relay messages to those who are supposed to receive them so that they can possibly be saved. And this is not something that I take lightly, okay? Which is hence to the way I was reacting in the dream. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't have no problem going, but I have something that I have to do. And it's not to say, like this is something that I did, okay, that I did a while back. I was like, y'all need to go to church. Y'all need to go to church. It's the, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like at the same time, I basically have church every single day. Every day. I have church every single day. Every day I come on here, I record, I congregate with you guys every day. And I get that, in a perspective, it's not the same as physically being in a church building. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to a physical church building every now and again. But in reality, I enjoy having church with y'all every single day. And it is a duty of mine to have church with y'all every single day. This is something that I promised God when my life was saved in my car accident. And with that being said, I just feel like, so the car ride is representative. This is when someone is trying to control your life, when somebody is trying to drive where you're going and what you're doing while you're going there and how you're going to get there. This is someone that, even though this is someone I don't see on an everyday basis, this is somebody I don't even talk to on an everyday basis, somebody I haven't seen this person in months. But it may very well be that this is someone that is watching me from afar or knows what's going on from afar, regardless if it is through gossip, through them actually watching my channel or whatever. But this is someone that, this would represent like someone that is watching you and they want to turn, like they want to change what you're doing. Regardless if they don't like it, they are not favored of it. Like they don't favor it. They don't like it. This is someone that intends. They don't like it. They want it to change. They want to make it different. This is someone, like this is basically a situation like someone you are meant to be speaking. You are meant to be speaking. Just like when I passed up the building, I was like, I'm supposed to be doing something. It's something else that I got to do. I was like, I got my own church. I have my own ministry. And it's like, you talking to me, telling me I need to go to church. I go to church every day. I have my own ministry. What do you mean? And it's just like, this is someone that wants to try to sit you down from the position that God puts you in. There it is. I said it. This is somebody, they want to pull you down from the position that God has placed you in. And this message is basically to say, wow, yes, God is, God will deal with that. But at the same time, you yourself have a requirement. You yourself, you have a duty. You yourself, you are obligated to do whatever it is that God has asked of you. So if God has put you in this position, regardless if he has called you to be a prophet, he has called you to be a minister, he has called you to be a pastor, it does not matter if your church does not look the way that other people are assuming a church is supposed to look. Some people feel if the church does not have four walls, that is not a church. Some people feel like if you don't have all of these bells and bangles, that no, you can't, no, it's not right, it's not right. And it's okay. They may not like it, and that's they thing. You know what I'm saying? They can find one that they do like. It's not an obligation or a requirement for them to be a part of your church. But at the same time, you do have the duty that you have. They wasn't connected with the call when God called you. They were not there when God asked you to do this for him. They were not there when God required it of you. And in reality, it's not their decision to make. Okay. And I just feel like, this may be a situation where this person is trying to forcefully, like I said, when she said this, she was saying it in a you don't have a choice kind of way. Like, it was kind of like they got me in a car, and once I was in the car, they took me hostage. And it's... And then, my hair falling out. It might have been a little tussle. It might have been a little fight. You know what I'm saying? And this could be a warning for somebody to stay away from certain people because they do not like the call that God has given you. And you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm also going to add that the hair coming out could also represent the fact that I was supposed to relay a message to somebody. Like I said, there was one of the friends wasn't even with me no more. So this is somebody that could have turned away from God because I wasn't there to relay whatever message to them. The other friend fell. Once again, this is representing somebody falling because they did not hear something that God wanted them to hear. And because I am the one that was supposed to relay that message, I received my punishment too. And God is basically saying, even though there are going to be people that are not going to be, they're not going to like the fact that God is calling you. They are not going to like the fact that God has given you messages. They are not going to like the fact that you have a ministry. They may not like your style of preaching. They may not like the way that you read the Bible. They may not like the way you dress. They may not like this, that, and the third. But God is saying that should be none of your concern because you are not doing this for them. You are not doing this for them. You are doing this for God. You're doing this for the Father, and you are doing this to ensure that his children can be saved. And, it's bigger than just such and such feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Or such and such think that, I've had people that assume that every time I come on here, I'm talking about them. And in reality, it's crazy to me because if you think I'm constantly talking, why don't you stop watching? You know what I'm saying? It is not to be mean, but it's just to be real because in reality, I'm not. I pray to God I'm not because if you really trying to do these kind of things to me and you really feel that kind of way about me, I'm raising my eyebrow at you. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like God is saying that just because somebody don't like the fact that God called you, just because somebody don't like the fact that God relays messages to his children through you, it does not mean that you are, you have to stop or you need to quit or you need to do this or you need to do that. No. Because 9 out of 10, when it comes to that person and when they want to do something they want to do, if they have a dream that they want to follow, if they have some kind of event they want to go to, if they want to buy certain, they're going to do what they want to do. They are not going to ask you your permission. They're not going to ask you what you think. They're not going to ask you how you feel about it. So why would you, you shouldn't, likewise, you should not, it's not something that you have to go to them and ask them, is it okay? Will you allow me to do this? No, God is saying no, that's not, no. God wants you to do this. God is the one that instructed you to do what he instructed you to do. God is the one that told you to start that ministry. God is the one that told you he wants you to go and talk to his children. God is the one that is calling you to this. And it is not up to anybody else to decide whether they think it's okay for you or not. And that's literally the message, okay? And for somebody, you have to think about what happened to Christ. When he was walking this earth, the Pharisees, they did not like him. They hated him. They called him crazy. They said that the things that he was doing were not of God. They said that the teachings that he was teaching were not right. They harassed him, they stalked him, and they took him up out of here, or they tried to. They tried to take him up out of here, but we already know he rose on the third day. But in reality, this was all a part of God's plan. And it was a part of the plan to show that even sometimes people that they act as if they are so perfect and they have everything in order and they're doing what's right are not right. In this dream, they was telling me I needed to go to church. And it's kind of like, yeah, I need to go to church, but I need to go to my church, okay? You telling me I need to go to somebody else's church. I was supposed to be in the pulpit. I'm sorry for laughing, y'all. But that's real. This is like, it's like a pastor like decided that they gonna go to somebody else's church for the day, and it's Sunday, and the whole congregation go up to the church, but the door is locked. Okay, they peeping inside, they can't even go, they don't even know what to do. And I just feel like God is saying that some people, you may actually have to go through this as you get your ministry going. Even after your ministry is flourishing, after it is going, y'all already know I've been preaching for 3 years now, 4 years now. Like I've been what is it called? What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? I've been a pastor for 4 years. I've been preaching for 3 years. There it is. Anyways, I just feel like long story short, just because somebody doesn't like what you have been called to do, just because somebody feels as though they don't like the way you do it, just like, everybody is not going to be called the same. When I first became a pastor, I truly wanted to be a pastor that would visit jailhouses and hospitals and nursing homes and stuff like that. That was what I wanted to do. However, COVID happened and I couldn't do it. And I was like, okay, I'll wait and see. Okay, and then the next year, God just started calling me to start releasing messages on here. And I was in the midst, after I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do, I wasn't able to preach the way I wanted to do. I went back to doing beauty. At least I tried to after I came back from Jamaica, but it didn't feel the same. And, then God just called me to start releasing messages. And as I was releasing messages, it's just, and it like, even the way that you picture your ministry, it may not be what God is going to call you to do. And, if you think about it from that standpoint, that the way that you picture it, the way you think about it, the way that, because in reality, in my mind, my ministry was going to be something that was between me and God. I wasn't going to go and make some big announcement on Instagram and Facebook and have all my pictures up like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, this is what I'm doing, and this is where I'm going. And I'm like, nah, it was going to be something that I was doing solely for God. But God was like, everybody gonna know. God was like, no. Everybody gonna know. This is something that everybody gonna know. And it is what it is. And I just feel like for somebody, just because the ministry God is calling you to have, in the way he's calling you to have it, looks different than what you thought, doesn't mean that it's something wrong with it. It does not mean that it is not what you are called to do. And just because certain people, even if they are important to you and they mean a lot to you, everybody is not going to understand. Everybody's not going to understand why you are deciding to do certain things, why you are deciding to live your life the way Christ wants you to live your life. Everybody's not going to understand why you may have to change your entire life around, which is something I had to do. I had to change my entire life around. In reality, don't dress the same no more. Don't act the same no more. I don't go to the same places. I don't hang around the same people. And I'm okay with it. Some people may look at it and be like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But in reality, it is what it is. They can feel how they want to feel. I'm going to live my life the way God wants me to. Because when I leave this place, I want to be with him. And in reality, when God sent me a message to give to somebody, I would prefer to go ahead and release that message to whoever it's for than to have to deal with the fact that they didn't get the message. They went ahead and did against what the message was warning about. And not only have they sinned, but I've sinned. And, I just feel like, that's the message. This is a warning to somebody. There may be people, God may be asking you to start a ministry, or you may already have a ministry. And there are some people that don't like it. They are not fans. They are not happy about it. They don't like it, and they don't like it. Okay. And they gonna try to do whatever they can. They may try to shame you into making you feel like you shouldn't be a minister. They may try to shame you into making you feel as though you're not doing this, that, and the third. And even if they try to come at you that way, even with all that, remember what you have promised to God. And remember the analogy I gave. Just like they were telling me I needed to go to church. I go to church every day. I have my own ministry. And it was it's like they were trying to make me feel like I've just been missing out on church. I haven't been to church all year. It's like I was at church yesterday. So some people, you may have to deal with that. You may have to deal with that. And this comes from people trying to say they don't respect your ministry. That's basically what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It's basically someone coming to you and letting you know they don't respect your ministry. They don't respect you as someone that was called by God. They don't respect you as somebody that was called. And that's what it is. Regardless if you got your paperwork or not, they not worried about that. Regardless if everything, they don't care. This is and it is what it is. Everybody is not going to respect you, and you have to accept that. If Jesus Christ himself was not accepted by everybody didn't respect him for being who he was, the Son of God. He was the Son of God, and he wasn't even trying to tell everybody who he was. And I feel like this may be somebody you are not very this is not something you're very bold about. This is not something you're always talking about it. You're not trying to throw it in anybody's face, but they know. And they don't respect it. They don't like it. God says it's okay. Everybody ain't gonna like it. Just like the Pharisees were not happy. They were not happy, and they were not happy. They were upset. But that's okay. You keep doing what God asked you to do. And don't worry about them. That's the message, y'all. That's the message, y'all, okay? God said it's not even, I need to highlight the scripture. God said it's not even a situation where this is just something that you are doing for the sake of those you are supposed to relate the message to. Yeah, you're supposed to do it for them. Yes, you're supposed to do it for God, but also for your own sake. Because if you are not saving the people that God asked you to save, if you are not saying the things God asked you to say, then you too will be held accountable for their sin. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.